Hi guys, this is Miss O'Hara, and before we can begin exploring and inventing art making techniques and approaches, we first have to make our loom for weaving. Now, the things you're going to need is one of the pieces of cardboard I cut for you, the scissors, Sharpie, and a ruler. Okay, you only need one. I have two to show you the different kinds of rulers. This ruler, the tick mark, the first tick mark, starts at this part of the ruler. For this ruler, the tick mark, the first tick mark, is the end of the ruler. That's going to be important because when we go to measure to make the slots that will be for holding our warp threads, you need to measure with the first tick at the end of the cardboard. See that? So for this ruler, it would be that first tick and it's lined up. But for this ruler, the first tick is the end of the ruler. So I can line it up like that. Now, I am going to mark one mark every half of an inch. So I've got my Sharpie. And of course, I know 1 inch is right here, okay? But I want to mark every 1.5 inches, or every 1/2 inch rather. So I'm going to mark here, 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 and here. And I don't have to mark the 6 because the 6 is the very end of the cardboard. So I don't have to mark that, okay? Now, I've got to do the same thing on my other end, marking every 1/2 inch. I'm going to use the other ruler and I mark up that first tick mark with the edge of the cardboard, and I'm going to measure every 1/2 of an inch. Every 1/2 of an inch. There's 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inches, 2 inches, 2.5 inches, 3 inches, 3.5 inches, 4 inches, 4.5 inches, 5 inches, 5.5 inches, and I'm not going to mark the 6 because it's the end of the cardboard. All right, now I'm finished with my rulers and I'm finished with my Sharpie as long as I have already put my name and teacher code on the back. Okay, now I need to take my scissors, okay, and I'm going to cut a little notch on those tick marks. These little notches are going to hold your yarn. So I'm only cutting them a little bit. See? I just barely want it to be big enough to hold my yarn. That's all I want it to do. If I make it too deep, then I won't have enough space to weave. And if I make it too small, it won't hold my yarn. It's easier to fix the too small mistake than the too big mistake. Both mistakes are fixable, just the too small mistake is easier to fix. And I'll even show you. So that's too small. I know that first one is too small, but I made it too small on purpose so I can show you how to fix it. Okay. All right. Now I have them all cut. I'm done with my scissors. Now I need my yarn for putting my warp threads on my loom, my warp threads. Now, I'm going to start out right here, okay? And oh my gosh, that tick won't hold that yarn at all. It just keeps on slipping right off. So I'm going to get my scissors back, and I'm just going to cut it a little bit deeper. And now try again. Oh, now it holds my yarn, okay? So I go here, and then I go across the street to this one, okay? Now I'm gonna go next door to this one, across the street to this one, next door to this one, across the street to this one, next door, across the street, 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 next door, and across the street. And now I'm done. There are no threads on the back at all. They are all on the front. And now I am ready to explore and invent art making techniques using weaving and my brainstorming.